Hello, hello. Nico again with another thought load for you. Today I want to get a little deep. I'm going to talk about paradise. But before I do, or I guess as I'm talking about the idea of paradise, I also have to introduce perspectives of paradise. Now, one of the things that I want to start off with is something that I've been fortunate enough to see and experience throughout life. I've been fortunate enough to go to a third world country and see not only extreme wealth, but also extreme poverty. And for those of you that live in the United States and think that, and if you haven't traveled abroad, if you've just been in the United States, you have not seen poverty, period. I can tell you exactly where I was when I saw a desperate person. I can tell you what they were doing. I can tell you how they were sitting. I can tell you what the air smelled like. And I don't think people get to see that in the United States. And listen, I understand there's places like Skid Row and all types of crazy areas in the United States, but they don't even compare to the level of poverty that are in some of the third world countries. And I haven't even seen places like Africa or India or anything like that. So, and the reason I bring all of that up is because the idea of paradise for someone living in those terrible conditions in third world countries, their idea of paradise is probably totally different from yours. And so let's go into the idea of paradise. For the average American, or the average person who at least has seen or been around wealth in their life, maybe the idea of paradise is a mansion with a pool, and you have a dog, and 3 cars, and maybe you have a super nice kitchen, and you've got a fenced in property, and maybe a gated entry, and you've got acres of land. That, sounds great to me. But just realize that there comes a point where money can only buy you so much. Even if you're one of those guys that has billions of dollars, okay. One of the things that inspired me to do this right now is I watched a video of 50 Cent talking about an $80 million house. And he said, you can't show me 80 million reasons why this property has what it has, or is going to give me what I want or what I need. There's only so much that you can get. At that point, he continues, he's like, it's a facility. It's not a house anymore. Right? But again, that is some people's idea of paradise, to have the $100 million house with the amazing view and whatever. And listen, if you have that money and you're able to do it, I'm not saying you shouldn't. But I am trying to showcase the different versions of paradise based on the perspectives that each person has in their life. And I mentioned that even though I've been to third world countries, I've seen extreme wealth. Listen, I don't want to go into too many details here, but let's just say I have a family member who created a business from scratch and sold it for hundreds of millions of dollars. Okay. I was invited, his mother actually invited my mom and my stepdad, to go hang out and spend New Year's at this amazing mansion out in the middle of some like gated community in the countryside. And it was spectacular. Maid service, sitting around by the pool. I didn't have to do anything the entire time. And yeah, that it feels like paradise. And the amount of wealth that some people have, they create a paradise. But remember that there are people in this world that cannot even imagine some of the amenities and some of the things that are in that type of paradise. Hell, if you grew up in suburban America, there are people in this world that can't even describe what your house is like because they haven't seen it. They've never even seen anything like it. They probably don't even know what a incinerator is or what a dishwasher is. And so imagine what their idea of paradise is. And the reason why I'm trying to point that out is wherever you find yourself in life, whether you believe you have reached your paradise or if you're currently in the process of building it, be thankful. Be grateful. You could have been that person in the third world country. Did you choose where you were born? No one did. All of us could have been born on North Sentinel Island and never seen an iPhone in our entire life. And so, when you imagine paradise, remember why you're imagining the paradise that you are. Remember to take in a different perspective and understand that paradise may be very different for other people. And at least as far as I would look at paradise, try and envision a paradise where you're not building things just for yourself, but you're building things for the people you love the most. And heck, even your community. I think that's awesome too. So I wish you all a wonderful week. I hope these thought loads and these perspectives help introduce a different thought, or I don't know, just show you something you may not have been thinking about. And I hope this week and beyond, you build your paradise and you find exactly what you're seeking. Guys, thanks for joining me today. Have fun out there. Be safe. Stay tuned for another Thought Load next week. And as always, begin the duel, win the day.